Hello and welcome to another episode of Golden Heart Pirates The Lounge. This is your Captain Waffles speaking, and today we have a very special guest here with us, Ruby Day. He is going to be playing some amazing melodies, so please enjoy, Pirates.
Thank you. Trying to tell us all their lies, but we're all waking up and seeing through the disguise. Cause they are crooked little people, you can see it in their eyes. Won't be fooled any longer, time for the people to rise. Stand up with me, against the pigs with me, against the liars and the cheaters and the fakes we see. Now stand up with me, against the frauds with me, against the rich and greedy selfish criminals who believe that they are better than us, can take our children from us, pumping oil in the ocean for the sake of a buck. Well, I don't know about you, but I am done with these fools. Can't stand it any longer, so I'm chucking the deuce away. And down they go away, into the ground they go away. It's so clear to see, I won't let them take another fucking cent from me. No way, and down they go away, into the ground they go away. It's so clear to see, I won't let them take another fucking cent from me. No way, to here with everything that's going on. Well, another motherfucker makes a trillion. Did I say make? I think I meant to say take, cause it is hard to believe it could ever happen to me. So another stupid thought inside my head that I can't shake. It's time to give a little more, cause all we ever do is say, well, what do you say? Now don't you agree? So all I want to say is rise up with me. Now rise up with me, against the pigs with me, against the liars and the cheaters and the fakes we see. Now rise up with me, against the frauds with me, against the rich and greedy selfish criminals who believe that they are better than us, can take our children from us, pumping oil in the ocean for the sake of a buck. Well, I don't know about you, but I am done with these fools. Can't stand it any longer, so I'm chucking the deuce away. And down they go away, into the ground they go away. It's so clear to see, I won't let them take another fucking cent from me. No way, down they go away, into the ground they go away. So clear to see, I won't let them take another fucking cent from me. No way.
thank you, Drew. That was absolutely fantastic. I loved every moment of hearing it. What inspires you to play like that? Why'd you choose like the more reggae vibes?
Like I was it's actually really funny. When I was younger, I was a big fan of like that new metal, like Korn and System of a Down and stuff. And then, I've always been a big fan of like Sublime and all those like old ones like Bob Marley and I just like I don't know, every show that I've ever been to, like as far as like a metal show compared to a reggae show, the vibe is completely different.
Absolutely.
Everybody at a reggae show is like there to have fun and just like full of love and like just welcomes you with open arms, and like there's this bit of angst that you can, like a layer of just like anger and just negativity that surrounds a metal show, but in the best way, because like everybody's there to like just
Still having fun, still thrashing around, still
Right.
enjoying it, and I mean, who doesn't like a good circle pit every once in a while?
right of course.
But definitely a different vibe for sure. How long have you been playing for?
I'm originally a drummer, and I've been playing the drums since I was like 6 or 7 years old, and I started playing the guitar when I was 16 and started singing about that same time, and like just over time I've gotten a little bit more confident in my singing voice, and
You do have a wonderful voice for sure.
I
It was great to hear
appreciate
you
that
belt
very
it
much.
out.
I appreciate it. It took me a long time to actually get there. Like I struggled a lot with like self-confidence, and it really took a lot out of me to like be able to like do stuff in front of other people. So that's why I stuck to like busking
Right.
early on in like playing music, and because nobody really I felt was paying attention to what I was doing. Just every now and again somebody would appreciate it and just like
Right.
tip out or whatever.
And that's honestly an amazing thing to bring up too, the aspect of self-confidence that comes with being a performer, with going up on stage in front of people, with actually being able to belt out your words. When you don't like maintain that aspect of self-confidence, you often find yourself speaking quieter. If you're singing, your voice isn't as pronounced. The way that you carry through the notes isn't as vivacious. It isn't as actually like well put together. And seeing you now, and especially having you up here on my stage, you seem very confident in what you can do, and that confidence is well deserved, my friend.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
But with that being said, what led you to be able to have that self-confidence? If we were talking to some of our audience members here who might have some issues with their own self-image, with their own voice and the way that they talk to people, what would be some advice that you'd give them to be able to help them boost their own confidence?
So what I would do if I were them is I would basically just like strip myself down to like the bare minimum of what I want to look at myself as, and then just start just start seeing myself where I want to be, like just kind of that manifestation, that like but mental manifestation, honestly. Like once you start from nothing, then you have all the room in the world to grow, and then as soon as you just like let all of that come into you, and don't be afraid to try. Like the worst that anybody can say to you is like, "Hey, that wasn't really so good,"
Right.
And that's kind of what I've gotten. Like I realize that not a whole lot of people are gonna, or not everybody is gonna like my music, and that's okay. But I find myself not very often being told that I'm bad, and like that's what has also helped boost my confidence, I guess. I mean, so it's really hard for me to like give the advice, but I guess one thing that I could say is that what advice was given to me was to just start seeing myself as what I want to be. Like I'm the highest paid musician or working musician, recording musician,
Right.
performing musician.
That's
like
where you want to be.
Like yeah, so
And that's honestly perfect. I know a lot of people, and sometimes amongst friends, people default to self-deprecating humor. So they do something and they're like, "Oh, that was absolute garbage. I'm garbage," and just kind of continue from there. And it's an almost coping mechanism. But more and more as I go along the path, I find it's a little bit better to like maintain that self-aggrandizing type of humor, where like you create a painting, right? And you're like, "Yeah, this is the next Mona Lisa. It belongs in the Louvre." Like this is gonna be like top 100 song no matter what you're doing. And if you believe it, you can achieve it. So if you can maintain that positive mindset, that mindset that you are going to be successful, you are going to do these things, and you are going to accomplish your goals and your dreams, then you will. It's not you can, it's you will. Because you are the one who wills it in order to be.
yeah, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Exactly. And watching you up here, and I saw you this past weekend at Welcome to the Oasis too, seeing you play for a bunch of people and all of that, the way that you put it out there, it's just continuing to be the best version of you that you can, and I am genuinely appreciative of the art form.
Yeah,
But
I
that leads me to my next question. All right, this is a doozy. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. If you could have a pet dragon, what color would it be?
Ooh, it'd probably be green and red.
Green and red?
Yeah.
That's good. Those are good dragon colors.
Yeah.
All right, but real question though. Green dragons typically breathe like acid breath, right? Like they melt stuff with their breath. But would you rather have them do that, or would you want like green colored fire?
Ooh, I don't know. I think I'd probably have like green colored fire.
Right?
Because I mean, if it burns hot enough, it could still melt through anything. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
so,
That's
I mean,
true.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the best part is every individual person is their own dragon. You can design it, you can fly it, you can be whatever you'd like, and as long as you believe in yourself, you can truly accomplish your wildest dreams. But back to the music, though. You play both rhythm guitar, lead guitar, and bass, as well as you sing quite well. What's your favorite instrument to play?
As far as like the funnest instrument goes, probably the drums, because like whatever like frustration you have built up from like whatever is going on in your life, it's really fun to just like just push that through
Right?
the skins of
Just
the drum.
like quite
and
literally beat it out.
And just
Yeah.
like, yeah, beat it out of yourself, you know. And like I don't know, I think the drums is probably my most favorite instrument to play. But as a whole, like I love it all, man. Like I don't see myself doing anything else other than actually playing every instrument I can get my hands on.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's a beautiful thing to be able to play an instrument, especially stringed instruments. They have a tendency, and all music does this, to combine both sides of the brain, the logical input as well as the emotional aspect of it. So as you're continuing to play music, it fires on both sides as you're sitting there creating a masterpiece that's from your heart, your soul, your very emotional core, but the way that it's put together has an almost logical air to it. Like tablature for guitar and stuff like that, it's all math and numbers. Whereas if you're looking at actual notes, it's actually more of an emotional base for understanding.
right.
I personally play the ukulele because it's fun, it's easy, it's cute, and it's good music
Yeah.
to relax to by the river.
It's
I'm down
perfect.
for it.
It's perfect.
It is a good instrument. I've actually been learning how to play the guitar here recently. A good friend of mine's been teaching me, and being able to combine those aspects mentally to understand both the logical and emotional rhythmic side of it's expanded my way of thinking. So I have an entire appreciation for anybody who has a skill to be able to play a musical instrument. And that kind of breaks down towards skill versus talent.
Right.
You're talented at something if you can just pick it up and play with it a little bit. But the amount of effort that you put in, the amount of time it took you to actually learn how to play the guitar and well, to play bass, to play drums, that's what makes you a skilled individual. And I commend you for it. I commend you for the time that you've actually spent doing what you do.
Yeah, it's taken a lot to actually like get to the point where I'm at. Like it's taken I owe a lot of it towards I actually got sober, and I've been sober for the past year and a half, and that really allowed things to like clear up and
Right.
like really allowed me to like I don't know, categorize my goals to more attainable like sections of life, and that's like just I don't know, it's like boosted a whole new sense of like drive in me to be able to like see what I want and actually it be like attainable. Like
Right.
it's not like a far-fetched dream anymore. Like it's something that I could very well accomplish today, tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Like, even in the next hour, you know?
You never know what's going to happen next. Was it difficult for you to go through that path to sober up and attain that mindset?
It actually was. Like I had to like see the darkest part of myself and actually like build from that. I was really obsessed with like the tortured artist aspect of
Right.
thing, like, oh, beauty comes through the pain in which I put myself through, which is not always the case.
Yeah, I
you know,
mean,
like,
beauty does come from pain, but I mean, why put yourself through pain unnecessarily, right?
right.
Because there's still beauty in everything. To me personally, it's the minor imperfections that are the most beautiful.
Right.
It is the errant brushstroke of an artist or a misfingered fret in the middle of a solo that is almost completely unnoticeable, but to those that are paying attention, it makes it all that much more real.
Right.
It makes it that much more captivating because you see the amount of time, the amount of effort, the amount of energy that an artist has actually put into their craft, and that's
Right.
absolutely amazing.
And I think those misfires kind of like humanizes
Yeah.
the artists that we hold on pedestals, you know what I mean? Like the greats, like
Yeah,
you know,
nobody's perfect.
nobody's perfect.
And
yeah.
if you think that somebody's perfect, well, I mean, the only thing that's perfect is a perfect asshole, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's very
Them's
true. I
some
couldn't
real
agree
words.
more.
But what motivates you, my friend? You continue to play. You've been doing this for years. What gets you out of bed every day to be able to continue to play music, to pursue your own path as a musician and an artist, as a creator?
Just knowing where I've been and knowing where I want to go is what gets me to wake up and still be able to do it. I will say I'm pretty lacking in some aspects of it. Like, I really need to like hone in on like a social media fan base and actually like send myself outwards. Like I've spent a lot of time actually introspective time, let's say, in getting where I want to be with it. Now it's time to redirect that introspection and send it out, and so
Yeah.
that's what the next steps are basically.
Absolutely, and this is a definite good first step along that path. And just as well, Pirates, we will have some links in the description down below, so that way you can follow him on. I'm assuming you have like Spotify, SoundCloud. What do you got?
I just have my personal Facebook.
You just got your
right
personal
now.
Facebook?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get you set up with some stuff. We'll have some links posted and everything like that. We're going to take care of our good friend. He is the first live music that we've had here on show, so I want to be able to send him off with a bang. Let's help him out, Pirates.
It's been an honor, man. I really appreciate it very much.
It has been an absolute fantastic time, my friend. Just as well, we do have the Golden Heart Pirate Shop, so take a look down below for a link there. That way you can check out our merch, some other stuff that's amazing and fantastic. I've also got some personal stories that I've written on there too, so if you'd like to check them out, well, please do. But I believe that's all the time that we have for today. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we head out today, Drew?
Just thank you very much. And for those that do want to play music or do something with music, never stop. The only thing that could stop you is yourself. So don't allow any limitations on yourself and just go for broke every single time.
All right, well, now that's downright inspirational. I love it. All right, well, this has been Golden Heart Pirates at the Lounge with Ruby Day and Captain Waffle out.